After destroying Ryan Espey on the arm wrestling table, Devon Larratt absolutely decimated Ryan on Neil Pickup's podcast as well. In this video, I will briefly discuss within about 10-15 minutes all of the details, everything that happened on the podcast and around these two, Ryan Espey and Devon Larratt. Being a fan of Ryan, I'm still hoping that there is this 1% chance that maybe Ryan is trolling with all of us. That's the best case scenario, in my opinion, for him. I hope that he's intentionally playing a heel role here. He wants to be a villain so that it can benefit him at least in some kind of way. But I don't think he is. As I said, it is only a 1% possibility, and that's the best case scenario for Ryan. So first of all, to make some things clear, Ryan Espey is not on the ethics committee. The vice president of Canadian Arm Wrestling Federation had to do something with the ethics committee, which Ryan previously was, but now he's the president, and president has nothing to do with the ethics committee, at least their decisions. That's what Ryan said. And moving forward, Devon, in short words, owned Ryan Espey in that podcast. The way he boxed him into a corner by asking questions, he was basically saying, Ryan, did I not let you know in advance that I was going to be here? And Ryan was, yes, you did. Did I not let you know that I want a super match against you? Yes, you did. So everywhere, Devon was owning Ryan Espey in every single conversation. And I was kind of feeling bad. And this was at one moment getting kind of cringy to watch because it was difficult to see, because Ryan basically had nothing to say, absolutely nothing. He had one point which we are going to discuss towards the end of this video, but other than that, Devon Larratt, it was all Devon's show, and I kind of feel a fool because I believe that maybe I'm 75% on Ryan's, 75% on Devon's side and 25% on Ryan's side. Now that has switched to 95% on Devon's side and probably 5% after knowing what happened, which was nothing. Nothing happened at that day at the arm wrestling event. So Ryan said basically he had two complaints. I never want my child involved in any kind of stuff between the matches. I'm quoting him exactly. You know what is the solution for that? Don't bring them at an arm wrestling table. If somebody is beating you on the table and he's trash talking you, he's telling you that did you see my level, or he's beating someone and then going towards your corner and telling you that you're next, what I just did to that person, I'm going to do it to you. If that bothers you and your family, then the best solution and the only solution is that don't bring your family there. If I go to an arm wrestling tournament, I'm not a fighter. If somebody talks trash and my family's feelings get hurt, my wife, my children, or my parents, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell them to get the hell out of there. Because you cannot control anyone else's speech. Yes, there can be something that you can do if they are doing something illegal, but freedom of speech in most of the countries is not illegal. So that's my point, and that's a totally confusing statement in my opinion, because Ryan Espey's daughter started crying after Devon was trash talking against Ryan and beating him up on the table, and then she started crying. That's not on Devon, that's on her. I get it, she was also competing, that's why she was there. Then I don't know what the solution for that is. Maybe you guys tell me in the comments. And Ryan also said the second thing, I don't want somebody following me back to my table during matches. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Okay, you don't want it. It is your right to want or not want something. But it is not your right to guaranteed get something that you want, or don't get something that you don't want. That's not a guarantee. You can want anything you desire. So that's another point. These 2 points have absolutely zero credibility or zero, what's the other word? They just don't mean anything in my opinion. Next up. So what happened between the matches? That's what Devon asked Ryan. And Ryan replied that you were taunting, you were giving me some gestures, walking up to my table. And then Devon said, walking up to your table? What does that even mean? Is it not allowed to walk up to your table? What's the case here? And it was good. Like sometimes we can have that soft part inside our heart when we can see that the other person is defeated in the conversation, so we just want to let it go, which Devon, by the way, did at some point of the times, but most of the time he was not letting Ryan go. He was just not letting him change the topics. Then Ryan deflected the topic and he said, I'm not unpacking the whole thing again. So when Devon said, basically it means I did nothing, or tell me what did I do wrong, what was that hurt you? A couple of times, or maybe 3 times, Ryan said that I'm not going to rehearse the entire thing once again, because there is no entire thing. There was nothing, absolutely nothing. You're the president and you filed the complaint. It was Ryan Espey who filed the complaint, and probably he's a good friend of mine. I talked with him on Facebook. I'm going to lose one friend after this video, but that never stopped me from talking the truth or whatever version of truth I have in my mind, and I'm going to do that once again. So there was nothing. If you are a president and you filed a complaint and you're being asked what was the complaint, what was the issue, and you cannot tell, despite being asked 10 times by Neil, by Devon, by Paulin, by the fans in the super chat, you failed miserably to even explain what the issue was. We still don't know what the issue was, because those things that you just mentioned, both of them are on you. If you don't want somebody following you to your table, that's on you. If you don't want your child involved in any of the trash talking, then it's on you. Both of them are on you. Devon has zero fault in that. And then after that, Devon kind of realized that Ryan is backing away from the conversation. He said, Ryan, you are full of shit. Ryan himself said, do you think I'm full of shit? And he was like, yes, you are. Yes, you are full of shit. So I really liked the way that Devon carried forward this conversation. He made everything clear. And Ryan Espey probably made more haters. Like, he basically had zero haters. I never saw anyone hate on Ryan Espey. Maybe some limited amount of people within the arm wrestling community that I don't know of. But if we talk about the fans of arm wrestling who watch stuff online, nobody hated Ryan Espey, and basically everything and everyone hates Ryan Espey right now. He disabled the comments on his entire YouTube channel, not just one video. You go to his channel and please subscribe. That is the one positivity I'm seeing here. I'll talk about it later. But he disabled the comments everywhere. That's a weak sign. That's a weak sign. There can be a couple of reasons why people may hate on your videos, because sometimes you were not able to communicate your point well. But in that case, the most amount of dislikes you're going to get is probably 10%, 15%, 20% at most, and similar percentage of hateful comments. But if everybody is hating on you, maybe you did something wrong, or there can be some exceptional cases that the most disliked video, YouTube Rewind, everybody went there just to dislike. But those are 1 in a million cases. This wasn't like that. So if the dislike number is getting so high, maybe, brother, you did something wrong. Just blocking the comments won't make any sense. It just cannot rectify the wrong that has been already done. The best thing would be to allow people to speak, and don't read if you're bothered by that. What's the problem? I never got that, why people hide the comments under their videos. Never got that, probably never will. Okay, Ryan said, I was disturbed because of your actions on the internet before the match. That's what Devon asked him, and he said yes. Yes, he was disturbed. That's a soft guy. Some people are talking about Ryan, the soft man, and I kind of agree with that. And I'm sorry, Ryan, because it's not just me. Everybody's saying that, and everyone, including me, thinks that that's the truth. Ryan is 47 years old. People say that this generation is soft. He's not from this generation, but still we are seeing a lot of softness here. And maybe you can have one direction of your opinion what the sport should be. That's not a problem. But I don't think we got to learn from this case that the softness in arm wrestling can go well for some people, but it is not going to work out for you if you are being vocal about it. If someone else is being vocal about it, like Devon was the one who became vocal about this. Ryan didn't basically say anything. He just filed that complaint and he withdrew it. Paulin asked, Super Chat asked, Ryan Espey asked, no, Devon asked, and also Neil Pickup, why did you withdraw your application, your complaint? And he had absolutely no answer for that one as well. He said something like, this was not my intention. But Devon is still saying right in your face that I do not regret anything that I did, and I'll probably do it once again. Then what's the issue? Then why did you withdraw? Because you saw some backlash. You were just not ready for it. And the best case scenario that I was talking about early on, I just hope, I'm praying, I'm a fan of Ryan Espey, I'm praying that this was an intentional thing from him. He's a former world champion. He's regular on social media as well, but he's just not getting the attention. And now everyone is talking about him. His demand in the arm wrestling community in the super matches will go up. His price will also go up probably. And that's good for him. He'll have to play the heel role. He'll have to continue it. But I would be happy for him, man. If that mastermind, that gameplay is being played by Ryan, I would be really happy. And I don't want to know if that's the case. Play that heel role, Ryan. There is only one way out of it. Doubling down on what you did, and what you did, doubling down is what you did during that podcast as well. That doesn't make sense. The first thing was, okay, I made a mistake. I couldn't handle. So basically 100% or maybe 95%, this whole situation, this whole Sorry, the computer ran out of space. So I was basically saying what I'm getting and what most of the community is getting from this situation is that it was not about the rules. It was mostly about Ryan Espey's feelings getting hurt because he himself admitted that nobody did that to him in his entire career of almost 3 decades. This was the first time it happened to him. So basically his feelings got hurt, and that's why he decided to file a complaint. I don't know what he was thinking, because Devon, although we all thought that he doesn't need the Canadian Arm Wrestling Federation, but he did say that I need that. My son is going to compete there, and I respect that. That's what Devon said. But that was a very poor decision. He should have consulted someone, at least someone, before doing that. His partner, maybe Jody Williams, his podcast partner. So he should have done that, but unfortunately he didn't. And what did he say next? Let's discuss. I have prepared some notes about that. Devon said, and I quote, "If this is the kind of stuff that you're gonna do, then you're not our leader, Ryan. You're not. If you get butthurt over me talking shit to you before our match when we have known each other for 30 years, I still would call you my friend, but you're such a big pussy, Ryan. You're so weak, it's disgusting." So that's what he said. Then they discussed about the Chris Gobby thing as well. Devon said that I called you, don't associate yourself with Gobby, he's going to bring you down. But Ryan Espey said he doesn't remember any such conversation. This is one part that I don't agree with Devon, because he's expecting, okay, he may have done some very bad things, but Devon is expecting just because that person did some bad or worse things to me, you should also not talk with him. Although he may be totally cool with you, but you should also not talk with him. Otherwise, I'll I'll destroy you on the table. I'll humiliate you on the table. That part I didn't like. Okay. So Devon also said that Ryan or anyone or the referees or any officials, nobody complained to him during the matches. If something wrong is happening over there, then he should have been corrected right then and there. Why wait for it? Which is a valid point, which is a very valid point. But maybe they thought that Devon is not going to stop. That's why they didn't try, because Devon's personality can be really overwhelming. I've not personally met him, but on the table it is quite clear that he can be quite intimidating for people. Okay, after Ryan said that he doesn't want anything with Devon, he doesn't want to be his friend, that's when Devon stopped saying anything to him, according to Devon. And even there, Devon asked him, did I or did I not stop talking with you after that? So as soon as Ryan made his intentions clear that he is not liking that, Devon stopped it. So that's a good thing as well. Devon offered a match to Ryan for $50,000. That's crazy. People are talking about unrealistic money, which it is in this case. But maybe Devon is getting confused with his right and left arm. How can you get a $50,000 match on the left arm? But even if that is the price that he's getting from Engin or King of the Table on the right arm, then arm wrestling is good. The future is good if the top athlete is getting $50,000 for a single match. Somebody said in the comments, why doesn't Devon bring his own money, as he was saying in this case, and challenge Hermes Gasparini for 50k, which makes more sense. Ryan, the only problem I had, not only but many problems, one of the many problems I had on this podcast is that Ryan never admitted in the future as well. Right now, that Canadian championship, he did agree that he knew he had nothing for Devon, but in the future he's still talking like maybe he can beat Devon. It's not wrong to believe in yourself, but man, the level of gap that we saw, it just simply cannot be closed. There was one comeback which was kind of not so much strong, but it would have worked. He could have used the term drug free, like, okay, let's do it, $50,000 regular drug testing match. But he didn't say that. He could have gotten out of that conversation by using that drug free card, but he didn't. Maybe it didn't come to his mind. Maybe he didn't want to use that excuse. It wasn't an excuse, but he don't want to apply that method to get out of there. Or maybe he is himself on steroids. I don't know. He claims to be natural, so that's what I'm believing right now. But that could have been a good thing to get out of there as soon as possible. Devon once again said, and right now I hope I might sound as a Ryan Espey hater right now, but I think that was a good lesson. Devon even asked him, he asked Devon, you were there to teach me a lesson or what? And Devon said, yes, I was. Did you get it? And Ryan said nothing basically after that. I would love to see that happen one more time. I'm being evil here, but next Canadian championship, maybe Devon should go there once again. And Ryan wanted to win his golds. That's what probably hurt him. On the left or on the right, on one championship he finished third, and on the other Devon finished third and Ryan was after Devon. So that's what hurt Ryan the most. Okay, Devon entered the senior class once again. for doing the same to Ryan Espey, but Ryan didn't compete there, so Devon also pulled out of the event. I would say that, and Ryan also said that I don't want someone to enter a tournament just to mess up my experience. That's another weak statement in my opinion. The goods and bads out of this, I think we kind of saw that the softness is not going to work in the future, at least not against the popular athletes. The fans kind of made it clear what they want. Maybe some of the competitors, as I said in the previous video, they might get discouraged if they get bullied on the table, they get destroyed and humiliated on the table. That's a big possibility. I'm not denying that. That's why. And there was a big discussion around intentionally laying down as well. I was really happy to see so many comments and so many super chats that laying down intentionally should not happen. That's a very bad look on the sport, and no other sport does that. So I really like that part. So I think that's the topic is clear. We need to be a little bit more strong, a little bit more accepting towards this new culture of trash talk and hyping up the matches, because let's be honest, this was the most popular Canadian national championship ever. Never so many people talked about that event ever. So that thing is, I think they kind of need to be thankful towards Devon for doing that. So that was my whole take on this. What are your thoughts? What are your opinions? Who are you supporting? Another thing that Devon shouldn't have done, that he said that Ryan Espey was trash talking for about 15 years. You saw how the person speaks on camera or anywhere. Did you think he was even capable of doing trash talking? I don't think he is capable of doing that. So he did not do any trash talking, and that kind of got him more hate before this podcast. Thanks for watching. Like the video and subscribe.